In next few minutes, you will know exactly what happens to your passwords, your crypto, and your digital life when you die. And you'll have a 60-second audit to find out if your family is at risk right now. You'll find out why your traditional will is completely useless for protecting digital assets. But most importantly, I'll show you step-by-step rapid response plan that security experts actually use to prevent this disaster, including the one legal document most people have never heard of that could save your family for losing everything. So let's dive in. Imagine waking up to discover that $500 million of your inheritance has vanished. Not stolen, not spent, simply gone. This was the reality for the family of Matthew Mellon. In 2018, the banking heir and crypto visionary died suddenly at age 54. He held an estimated $500 million in XRP crypto, but he made one critical mistake. He kept his private keys locked in his mind. When he died, that fortune died with him. No customer service, no reset button, just silence. Let's analyze the forensics here. Matthew Mellon wasn't reckless. In fact, he was arguably too secure, but he made one fatal calculation. He prioritized security against theft over accessibility for inheritance. He assumed he'd be the one to unlock it, and that exposes the brutal truth of crypto. Unlike a bank, there is no forgot password link, no manager to call. When a private key dies with the owner, that money isn't just locked, it is erased from the economy forever. This isn't just one eccentric billionaire. This is a systemic crisis. Industry analysts estimate that nearly 20% of all Bitcoin in existence is permanently lost. That is tens of billions of dollars. But the problem is actually much bigger than crypto. Think about your cloud storage, your 10 years of family photos, your monetized YouTube channel, your business emails. When you die, these assets don't automatically transfer to your spouse. They lock down. And without the specific credentials or a legal recovery key, platforms like Google and Apple are designed to keep everyone out, even the people you love most. But how does this actually happen? It is not magic. It comes down to 3 specific points of failure that people ignore until it's too late. First, the vault problem. We all use password managers to stay safe. They are designed to be unhackable. But when you die, that security works against your family. Without your master password or a design emergency contact, that vault becomes a digital coffin. Second, the 2FA trap. Even if your family finds your passwords, they hit a wall. Two-factor authentication. The codes are on your phone. Your phone is locked, and modern encryption means Apple and Google cannot unlock it without wiping the very data they need. And finally, the nuclear option. Private keys. In crypto, if you hold your own keys and didn't document that 24-word seed phrase, that money doesn't just sit there. It ceases to exist. Most people think inheritance happens in a courtroom. In reality, it fails in the first 72 hours. The moment you are gone, the clock starts ticking. Within 24 hours, your phone locks, cutting off the 2FA codes your family needs to pay bills or access email. By week 2, without passwords, they are not just grieving. They are fighting algorithms. And by month 3, if those private keys aren't found, that money isn't just frozen, it's gone. If Matthew Mellon was a private tragedy, QuadrigaCX was a public catastrophe. In 2018, Gerald Cotten, the founder of Canada's largest crypto exchange, died suddenly while on his honeymoon in India. He was only 30 years old. He had built the entire exchange security system around himself. He was the only person with the passwords to the cold wallets that supposedly held $190 million of customer money. When he died, that access died with him. Thousands of people lost their life savings overnight, not because of a hack, not because of a market crash, but because of a single point of failure. One man, one password, zero contingency plan. Whether it was incompetence or fraud, is still debated, but the lesson is absolute. If only one person holds the key, you don't have security. You have a ticking time bomb. Here lies the fundamental disconnect. The legal system is built on identity, but the blockchain is built on possession. In traditional probate, an executor shows a death certificate to a bank, proves their authority, and the bank transfers the fund. But Bitcoin doesn't care about court orders. It doesn't verify death certificates. It only verifies keys. If your executor has the court order but not the private key, that money is gone. Now, the law is trying to catch up. A framework called RUFADAA is now law in most US states. It gives your fiduciary the legal right to manage your digital life, but only if you explicitly grant that permission in your documents. Without that specific language, federal privacy laws can actually prevent your family from accessing your email to even find your accounts. Tech giants have built their own backdoors. Apple's digital legacy, Google's inactive account manager. But these tools only work if you activate them while you are still alive. So, how do you prevent a digital wipeout? This is your rapid response playbook. Step 1. Inventory everything. If they don't know it exists, it vanishes. List every wallet, exchange, and cloud account. Step 2. Legality. You must appoint a digital fiduciary with specific RUFADAA authority in your estate plans. Without this, your executor is legally blind. Step 3. Use the legacy contacts built into Google, Apple, and your password manager. Set them up tonight. Step 4 is critical. 2FA resiliency. Print your backup codes. If your phone is logged, those codes are only key. Finally, secure your seed phrases offline. Never in a public will. Don't leave a treasure map. Leave a key. Finally, take 60 seconds to audit your own plan right now. Ask yourself, does someone you trust actually know what exists? Are your recovery keys stored where they can be found? Or are they hidden so well they are gone forever? Could your family access your funds next week without guessing a password? And most importantly, do your legal documents specifically authorize a digital executor? If you answered no to any of these, your access are at risk. Don't let your legacy become a lost fortune. Start your inventory today. If you found this video valuable, subscribe to Decode the Hacks right now. Every week, we expose the cybersecurity disasters that mainstream media misses, the forensic evidence, and the lessons that could protect you before it's too late. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because our next investigation reveals something even more disturbing: how hackers are using AI to clone your voice in seconds and drain your bank account with a single phone call. Your digital life is under attack every single day. Don't wait until you are logged out forever. Subscribe, stay informed, and stay protected. This is Decode the Hacks.